such a good view. I really want to get into some photography and things, but I love that. So yes, I'm in paradise always. I never leave paradise. I mean, sometimes we go on vacations to hell, right? And so, anyways, but a little bit of helling. Anyways, yes. So I ignore that. Let me start this over because. Wait, should I just keep going? I'm gonna keep going. Yes. So today is, what is today? Today's Saturday, which is Saturn Day, the day of Screwed by Saturn. And yes, I really want to dive deeper into this because the different energies actually rule over certain times. Different planets rule over certain times of the day, apparently. But when time keeps changing, what does that mean? When they keep changing the clock? I guess it probably goes by the sun of the sky, positioning of the sun. See, that makes sense. But yes, today is a brand new day. There's brand new opportunities, atupunanis, and yes, there's just so much available in the one space, no matter where you are located. It's not about where you are residing on your external realm, but it's about where you're residing on your internal. Like, where is your state of mind? That's why they say your morning routine is everything. It sets the tone for the whole day. Where's your mind? Where's your mentality? Where's your heart space? Really holding your heart. I like to hold my heart like in the morning and like really see where I'm at emotionally. Like, where's my inner child? Oh Lord, don't have anything in my eye. I totally do. Sorry, it's morning. I got up a little bit late today, but that's okay. Sometimes it happens. I was like, dang, the sun is already up. But it's a really great sleep. Yes, and I am sleeping outside. I'm on my outside sleeps again, and it actually very much builds up your mana. It just gives you that reconnection. That is our nature. But yes, so brand new day, brand new opportunity. Seize the day, carpe diem, and we are just. It's funny, the messages was coming to me when I was at the potty, and now that I'm in front of the phone to actually post the messages aren't coming. I just think that's funny. Featuring the sun. Yes, we're the only ones. It comes up. Look at that. We're the only ones that are responsible for our well-being. No matter how many people love you, they're not responsible for your well-being at all. Like, you're the only one in control of the reins. You have the reins. You have the control. And it's time to spark up that flame and ignite others. I think that was for me, to spark up the flame and ignite others. And honestly, it's for me and it's for you, or whoever's watching. If you feel it resonates, whatever wisdom you have, we all have something that we can teach. We all have something that we can teach. We all have some sort of knowledge or wisdom that we can provide to others. And it's time to actually ignite that and actually give it to people. Like, especially if you're a grown-up. If you're an adult, no, I don't mean to be making offense to anyone, but I feel like if you're a whole adult, you're over 25 years old, if you don't have anything that you can teach the youth, that you can teach 12 and under, I just feel like, what are you doing with your life? Like, what are you doing? You should have something. We all have something. I feel like we all do. Whether that's driving a car or fixing a drain or something, putting something together, building something, speaking a certain way, even whatever. We all have experiences. So it's like, I feel like it's us. We all have experiences as, you know. Why would you leave that there? I know it's not my job, but that's an ag. The trash can is right there. Somebody left that on the. I know it's not my job at all. They have people who clean the streets, but I can't stand that shit. I'm gonna see it. I'm gonna put it in the trash. Like, the trash can is right here. They even got a little nice recycle one next to it. Crazy. It's just people like that. See, you can tell how. I just feel like I look at little things. You can tell a lot about a person, about how they greet you, how they speak to their loved ones. Oh, that's a huge one. And really, truly, how they if they leave stuff behind. So if you're on a cruise or something, or you at a restaurant, you at freaking Panera, I'll be looking at people. Are you gonna leave that on the table, or are you gonna go put that where it says "leave dishes here"? Or are you gonna leave your trash? People, especially people who litter. I just feel like people who litter, people who like step on bugs, or people who just leave their trash And when the trash can's, especially when the trash can's right there, I just feel like that says a lot about you. That says a lot about you as a person. But yeah, and it ain't good. But anyways, I just feel like we all have our own experiences. We're all living life. So as an adult, especially, I feel like once you hit 25, it is supposed to be, I feel like this is the way that it's supposed to be. And a way that we should get back to is like, I feel like by obligation, once you hit 25, you know, they say, allegedly the scientists say, but if it may be true, they do be hitting it on the head sometimes, often. Oh Lord. Yeah, so by age of 25, apparently your frontal lobe is fully developed. 12D or something. Yeah, your I was reading somebody's the back tag that's on someone's car that was there. It says 12D something, so I just thought that was funny. 25, your frontal lobe is fully developed. So I feel like once you hit the age 25, that's when you should be starting to teach the youth, whatever children are in your life, anybody who's 15 or under, I feel like that's the age that you should be passing on what you know. For me, I just see like I've really seen 12 and under in my mind. So like maybe 12 and under, like really guiding them, because it's something about hitting the age 11, hitting the 11, 12. You go through like certain things, and when we have certain marks in our life, we go through certain things, and I feel like we should be passing on any sort of knowledge and wisdom that could be useful and helpful to them, that can help kind of direct their flow to where it can make it. Maybe they don't have to go through certain hardships that we went through. I mean, they still gonna go through their own, but making it a little easier, maybe making it a little clearer for them to process things and to navigate their own way, and giving them advice could actually be useful for them to kind of think on it and see how it can resonate for them to use it within their own journey. And I think that's so important. Community makes up community. I'll bring it back to community. Like, yeah, we can go off on our own, be individualistic, and go travel and go to other nations and other parts of the world and do our own flow and be in isolation and solitude. That's cute sometimes. There's a time for it, and there's a time that is not for it. But community and really like pouring our all. What happens to pouring our all into each other? Like not being afraid of sacrificing ourselves, because you're not sacrificing nothing when you're being poured back into. That's what community is. Community is reciprocity. So why be afraid of, oh, I'm sacrificing myself, I'm losing something? Well, instead of seeing that way, when you're pouring it, you're pouring in your cup for freely without expecting anything in return. But I feel like when you're in community, you know you're gonna get return on investment 100%. Shoot, at least 50%. You're gonna get something back in return. It's always gonna be an even reciprocity when you're collaborating with like-minded, like-hearted people. And that triggers something in my mind, but that's for me. But I'm just like, oh my goodness, there's so many leaders. I'm just thinking of the leaders that pour into the communities. Oh man, I'm thinking of like Martin Luther King. I don't know what his personal journey. I mean, they tell us main things in the media, but I'm just like wondering what his personal journey was actually truly like in his mind, like his mental state, his emotional state, like his everyday, like, I guess, grudges. But it's like, and me walking into being a leader, and for any of those who are being called to lead, it's just like, we have to have a certain mindset. We can't be, and we also have to enlighten others as much as we can. We can't be concerned with what we're going to get, how we're going to benefit. I mean, sometimes you have to kind of look at it like, hey, okay, I just feel like it is what it, I just feel like it's magnetism, it's pushing and pulling. I feel like once you go into that direction that you feel called to go in, God ain't gonna dupe you. God ain't never gonna dupe you. Your ancestors, universe, whatever. God, I'm just like saying God, that's what I'm just gonna be speaking. Is never gonna dupe you on anything. Like once you feel that call, that pull, that is divine guidance from God. So like once you go into that direction and pour your all into something, pour your energy into something, you're speaking life into something, you're investing. I just feel like once you invest into something, it was divinely called, right? Don't do nothing. I just feel like don't do nothing you don't feel authentically called to do. Don't invest in something that you're not feeling, because then you might get duped. But once you feel that pull, you're automatically going to get ROI, return on investment. ROI. You're going to get the ROI. automatically, and that's gonna benefit you. And I just feel like just seeing people smile and seeing people laugh and like seeing the wheels move in their brain as I'm speaking to them, speaking life into them, and really giving them wisdom and knowledge that they may. Sometimes it's like they clearly never heard it before. Clearly, I can this look on their face, and just seeing like I'd love to see the wheels turn in their head and the lights click, and it's like the sparking them up, and like, oh, I never thought of it like that. Oh, you know what? That's a good idea. To me, that is medicine. To me, I'm giving them medicine, and that reaction and that me clicking into them is medicine for me as well. So it's mutually beneficial. There is no singular benefit. That's the thing. There is no singular benefit from you investing in something or just moving as human beings individually. We're all connected. So I just feel like we're all going to benefit no matter what. Like we're infinitely connected. It's impossible for us to be separated. Like I just feel like, man, yeah, everybody has their hands in the bucket. But like being intentional is so important. And it's just like, I don't know why, but I'm just getting this visual. And this is going to be such a powerful thing that I've been utilizing. That's a whole nother video if I choose to do that. But, because some things I'm being called to hold off, but it's what I've been experiencing in my life that I know this is going to be beautiful, these visualizations. But I'm visualizing like a whole bunch of people putting their hand into like this basket. I just see money and coins, lots of freaking coins. And I see people, everybody got their hand in the basket all at once. Everybody not pushing it, shoving each other, but they're like all cramped up in the same spot, putting their hands in the same bin, in the same, it can be a hat, a bin, anything, and it's the container that's holding the money. I see dollar bills and coins, and they're just all reaching towards it, and everybody's going for like the biggest coin. And there's only a select, everybody's going for the biggest coin. We got to get the biggest coin. They said we got to get the biggest coin. Everybody has in their mind biggest coin, because we have to get the biggest coin. That's the most value. The quarter's the biggest. But there's only a select few that are called to go towards the dollars. There's a select few that are called to go towards the bills, towards the cotton, anyways, that's not it. Towards the dollar bills. And I just feel like that's an analogy that just came to me. I'm just visualizing it, and it's just like no slapping of hands. I just feel like everybody can have their hand. That's what this is. Like everybody can have their hand in the bin of currency, of abundance, but nobody gets their hands slapped. So I just feel like that's what we're doing. I feel like people are like, I'm just gonna stay focused on what I'm feeling. It's like nobody deserves to get their hands slapped for putting their hand in. Nobody is being excluded. Nobody is being like pushed out. So it's like we're all supposed to, like, I see that as us working as one unit, as one force to get the currency. Like, yes, everybody's going for their own coin. Every coin has little different, sometimes the coins don't got the same person on it. I've seen coins, they got different years, different inscribes on it, different numbers, like literally no coin or no dollar. I don't think any of the coins are the same. They can't be, right? And so like everybody, of course, is digging for their own, but we all are doing it collectively. So it's like, how are we going to help each other? I just feel like the ones going for the dollars are like the voices, the voice for the voiceless, the leaders, I feel like that's like, I don't know, entrepreneurs came to me, but I feel like I'm going on a tangent, but like I just started visualizing, and so I steered course of what I was actually intentionally saying. And that's my life. Oh, baby, that's so cute. But yes, like we're all okay. I just have to trust it. Sometimes I go into channel mode and it'll pop into my mental space. I'm like, should I say that for real? Like, is that what it? And I feel like women who watch my videos, there's probably a few of you who actually resonate with that, like it coming to you and you're like kind of doubting it or side-eyeing it, like, is that it? But yeah, like we're all potent leaders of our own creation. So where are you going to guide this? You have the tools. Everybody has the freaking toolkit. Nobody is born without a toolkit. You have a toolkit, you have a wave, so where are you going to direct your wave to flow? And I feel like we all should have like our own little, I guess this is what it is, entrepreneurship. Like we all should have our own businesses going. You should, if you don't, like, get an LLC, something. I just feel like we should all have our own little, because we already have this internally. So being the paradigm that we're living in, look around you, and oh Lord, Bill Gates popped into my mental space. Yeah, giving what's going on with I call them the money devils, right? Given what's going, I feel like it's okay. You got it. You got it, girl. I just feel like we, given what the world is like going through, the stage of mind that we're in, everybody's like, chase a bag, you need money, da da da. I just feel like it's dire, and I feel like this is taking it back to like the 1800s, so where every family had their own business, and they all just like barter and trade. That's what it should be, y'all. That's what it should be. Like, yes, there's still businesses. Like, you should have an LLC for real. Like, everybody should be doing their own business, because we're all born with this eternally. We're born with our own internal toolkit, and we're born with we're born with templates to guide us. We all have astrological charts. We're all born underneath certain phases of the planetary systems. We all have our certain guides, and we all have people. We all have somebody to raise us, whether it's mom or dad or adoption. And we have an adult figure, right, that's guiding us, and we have people that we're born and we grow up and we see them. Like, we have that push. So it's like, and we all have, and we're moving through, we have this internal thing, this internal way of doing things. I'm envisioning it, but I'm not putting it into words. Like this, we have like this, I just feel like this crystal ball, like, of light. We all have that inside of us. And so, like, it's just manifested here on this physical realm as, like, okay, these businesses, these corporations, you got Publix, Walmart. These are all our ideas in the mind first. So we all have this already. So it's just about, I just feel like it's super important. And everybody's different. We all have, no human is the same. Even twins, y'all, don't have the same fingerprint. We all have unique fingerprints. That's our soul signature. Literally the proof of our soul signature. So it's like, LLC that shit. Like, that's pretty much the game that we're playing. It's like, your brand is your business. Your business is the brand, the business. Branding was literally, and branding a symbol onto them to say they're owned by something. So, like, literally your brand is you. It's your essence. It's your soul expression. So whatever ideas and the creativity is endless. Oh my gosh, being around children will teach you this. Be around a 6-year-old. Like, if you know a 6-year-old or 8-year-old, not if you're, let me stop. It popped into my mind. Not if you're a weirdo. But anyways, no, we're not doing that. Stop. Anyways, an 8-year-old, because if you're like abusive or whatever, I don't recommend going to be, or you don't know how to talk to children, don't go be around a 6-year-old. But I personally would just say 6 to 8 years old, or really that age. I really feel like I don't know, I feel like something changes once you hit 8 years old. So it's like that 7-year mark. I feel like 7 is one of those marks, but being around them is just so enlightening. They're just so creative, and that's why I love walking through elementary schools. I'm like, dang, this is like professional art, seeing them create and freely express themselves. They tap into that potent force that is unaltered by an outside human adult who has been, I don't know why homogenized popped into my mind. I don't even know what that means, but these people are already like programmed in a certain way to like guide their wave, but like they can guide their own wave. That's the thing. Like, you just guide them with how to operate in the physical world. You teach them things that they need to know so they can grow and learn and function. But like, they're pretty much and you teach them emotional regulation, things like that, but they're like guiding their own creative. You can't really direct somebody else's creative flow. It's a flow. So I feel like we're building them up on a masculine level, but on a feminine level, the children already know. But they know without knowing that they know, and that's the potent magic that they're trying to harness and siphon on this planet. Oh my goodness, to invert the template so that they can like actually, I guess, set up shop so they can survive. I guess, I don't know. It's just like, I mean, what is the purpose of the parasite? The parasite just wants to like, it has to have a host. So it's going in to get a host and utilizing it, and that's the way that they survive. Without it, they kind of die. So that's kind of what this is, and it's just like directing your own force. I guess that's really the totality. Oh my goodness. Anyways, sometimes since I've had this dyslexia started to click in, when I wanted to reverse it, I end up saying it the right way when I'm actually purposely trying to reverse it, and it switches, and that's so hilarious. That's freaking hilarious, because I never had dyslexia ever, and it's now starting to click in at this age. I feel like it's for a divine purpose, and I want to dive into superpowers, disabilities actually being superpowers, in a different video. I guess it depends. Yeah, I think I'm about to wrap this up, but yeah, that's what I was saying, like going back to the 1800s, that's the way that it was always done, and that's the way that I feel like it should be, rather than an anime that I love that goes into, they literally putting it in there, they put it all in there, like dang, they really gave us the spiel on what the hell happened and what is really going on. And the Magoi, which is like, I guess they're like it's like a spirit essence, like the dark Magoi, and then you have the the dark Magoi, and then like the white Magoi, and you can like feel it around people's aura. If you watch anime, man, whatever, whether or not you watch anime, I feel like you should be watching it. Like, there's one of my favorite ones. It's called it's the real tale of Aladdin, not this altered semi-American version of Aladdin, but it's like, I believe it's actually, Aladdin is originally Chinese. Well, this one is actually Chinese, but they put dubs, and they do the dubs. Gratitude for y'all going through the efforts of doing the freaking dubs, bro, and actually acting through the dubs. That is so appreciated. Americans really appreciate that. And I believe it should be on Netflix still, but it's called Aladdin. I think the first one is called Tales of Aladdin, or I could be so freaking wrong, but the second one is called Magai, and it's actually going to be with Aladdin in there, and he like goes on his journey, but they give you the whole spiel of like the charlatan, the money being inserted, and actually being like some devil, like when the people were just bartering and trading, and there were still businesses, like we can still have our businesses without even utilizing money. Like they would just have their own. If you don't know anything about medieval times, I love a good medieval movie, but this is how they were operating in like the 1700s, 1800s. They would have their family units, and they would everybody, the men, and of course the men would build the houses. Like my father built this. Like that's how it was. The grandfather, great grandfather would have built the house, and they live in it for generations, for as long as they can. And all natural material, like the men kind of do the building and the connecting and the hunting. The men get together and we're going hunting, and there's rites of passage, and the women do the birth work. You get initiated into birthing the babies and getting into herbal remedies and being the witch, right? That's popular in the medieval, being the witch. Actually studying herbalism and deep healing and Reiki. They were doing all of this in their own little civilization. There was no government. I'm seeing the movies, but I feel like they tweak it to how we're actually living. It depends on which one you're watching, but they literally had their own units and their own they had their own businesses, but it was like family. So like, let's say my dad is just naturally good at welding, or he learned how to weld. My grandfather's dad learned how to weld. He passed it down to my granddad. My granddad taught my dad. Now my dad's teaching me how to weld, and my dad took a slight route to learn something else in kickboxing. I don't know. And now my dad's teaching me both of those things at a very young age. Now you have these equipped. It's so good when they have it equipped at a young age, because the codes, children learn things way quicker actually than adults. They absorb like sponges. And so now you're passing that on. That's what you just make the family business. So they would just make the welding. So if his grandfather, you would just make welding the family business, and you pass it down, you give it a name, and everybody has these units. But there was no money until the charlatan inserted it. And if you watch Magi, go watch Magi. There's 2 parts of Magi. I believe so. I think I'm getting that mixed up with, actually I think I'm getting that mixed up with my other favorite anime, which was Sinbad. Adventures of Sinbad actually might be the second part of Magi, if I'm not mistaken. because you meet him, like, I think so, I'm not quite sure, but anyway, I know that Aladdin is in, like, the first one. I know there's 2 parts, but yeah, they literally dive deep into it. It's crazy. And like, it's just, it wasn't always there, and like, it was always the king that was being corrupted, the king or the pope or somebody that's like the dark Magor is just like building up around him through his own treachery. That's the thing. They do like these little, they get caught up in their power, and then they just start ego tripping, and then they start creating these entities from their own mental spaces, or like a collective space of people doing the same thing, and they just create these entities. I feel like the entities are supposed to teach you a lesson, but it builds up and it builds up, and then you just, it builds up in the unconscious mind. People get just unconscious, and then now you got demons, now you got entities coming and trying to sneak and like manipulate and harness, and they start creating it builds its own consciousness and manifests. And this is also shown in one of my favorite animes, the Shaman King, how she was like, the demon was coming after her, and then she realized like he could see all of the collective noise and everybody's voices, everybody spitting, everybody casting spells, everybody is literally witchcraft, right? We're literally creating the go-go dolls. That's funny. That's not like, it actually might be like a strip club, the go-go dolls, but we're literally creating these demons collectively from implants of falsities, false terms, insecurities, degradation. Oh my goodness, all of the kicking out, being I just feel like it's just, let's go do this one thing. I know we're not supposed to do that. And that's like the kingdom, being kicked out of the kingdom of heaven, out of the Garden of Eden, and like us exploring all of these things that we were like warned not to do. And then we kind of just ego trip. We get too far into it. We get pulled into, we get lost in the sauce, too much dip on the chip. And now we're tripping on ego, and now we're just now we're moving through reality, through 3D, through Maya, unconsciously, and we're just manifesting unknowingly entities that can build up and build its own consciousness, like turn into demons and really start siphoning. Now it's its own being. And that's what it shows you in the Shaman King, how she created her own demon. She's like, that's my baby. So like the demon was her baby. Like she co-created that demon with somebody else. And that was like, and the demon was like rampaging, but then she got control of it, and then now the demon's calling her mama, and it's freaking crazy. Anime hits every single freaking time. I always want to say, like, who is writing this shit? Like, where are they? Like, yeah, but yeah, like that's just what we're collectively doing. Like, that's why I'm being mindful of words, and like looking at the etymology. Words change over time, but who's changing the words? Who has the authority to change the meaning of the word and then put it to where the collective consciousness can see it? And it's like and the words don't mean what you think they do, like when you're casting it. So it's like going back. That's why Sanskrit, I guess they say it's one of the oldest languages, right? And then you see how languages, like they call it the dead language, is Latin. So it's just like, this is very interesting. I want to look more into languages. I want to look more into that. I might make like a separate, I feel like, I don't know, I just want to look into it for myself, I guess. But yeah, I wasn't expecting it. I love it when it takes a route that I don't expect, and it's beautiful when it just flows effortlessly. Spark. But yeah, it's like, this is so beautiful. I love that. Look at that. Well, I mean, I don't know. Can you see from over here? Look at those. They basically put the plants in there, and it has like that perimeter, so it grows within that perimeter and creates like a wall, a natural backdrop wall. I love that. That's cute. But yeah. That's why we have to be mindful of spell casting and our intention. I feel like intention has a lot to do with it, because we can collectively change the meaning of a word. You see how people are reclaiming bitch? Like, I mean, but bitch is still the same meaning, but people are using it in a different way. You can feel the frequency behind the meaning of when they use it. OMG. So it's just like collectively our intention behind something, how we're doing it. I feel like how you're doing things is so important. Like, that's why I kind of want to pull away from the meat. I love red meat, but I'm like pulling away because I'm like, there was sacred rituals that were done, and these factories are like demonic. And I've heard so many stories of people who work there who are like, they're possessed. Like, they're possessed. Like, that's all I'm gonna say about it. And it's just like, they're doing it, they're torturing the animals in these factories, and That's why I like going to the Lebanese. They do everything halal. That's just, yeah. I'm gonna sit beside it. Like, that's why I'm gonna love Dubai, because that's why everything's gonna be freaking halal. Everything is top dollar, high quality, and I'm living my best life. But yeah. Oh, and Morocco, I feel like Morocco operates similarly. Oh, I can't wait to go to Morocco. But anyways, yeah, like, it's all just this creation. So like, there's no need to be afraid of demons even. I mean, I just feel like if you watch anime, you freaking know. Like, if you know, you know. And if you haven't been watching anime, you should find a good one and go watch it. Shaman King's a good one. Demon Slayer's a popular one. That's one of my favorite ones. I like the ones that are like, whoa. Like, it really takes you there. There's some that really... I mean, I feel like all anime takes you there, but like, there's some on a deeper... I guess it just resonates with me on a deeper soul level. The ones... I can't remember what the one was called that I wanted to see, but the animation, you can feel the spirit of it. Like, the animation is just so soft and sultry and etheric. Like, for me, one of them was like the Children of the Whales, Children of the Sea. Like, that took me there. Children of the Whales and Children of the Sea. Man, it really took me there, bro. But yeah, so... Oh, and the first anime I've ever watched, which was on YouTube. It's still on YouTube. You can watch the full thing. It's like an hour and a half, maybe almost under 2 hours. It's called Children That Chase Lost... Oh, me with all the children, right? That's hilarious. Children Who Chase Lost Voices. So good. Only seen one. I think that was one episode where they go into Agartha. Man, it was one of those things that really just take you there, bro. Just the animation, the feeling that you get when you watch it. You can really feel the essence of something by looking at it. You don't need to even talk to nobody. You can feel their aura. I know people see auras. I don't see them. I feel them. But you can like feel you can feel the shit before you look. Like, even like certain, oh my gosh, weirdos. I can tell when adult cartoons made by freaking weirdos. Like, you can feel the perversion. You can feel the incel nature pouring into it. You don't gotta even look too long. That's why I'm excited. I want to share more about this for my women, especially indigenous women or male. I feel like the more melanin you have, the more electric charge you have, the stronger the pulse, the stronger the wave. But all women, like, we really can just have this. I mean, humans are made of 80% of water. So a woman with a womb, you got that void nature. You have that portal in you, and then water itself is a portal. Oh, I want to share my experience. I'm going to share my experience in a separate video. This is going to be the next video. I want to keep sharing my experiences. Well, if you're invested, go watch it. It should be like not 2 or 3 videos far from this one. That's not much of that's one scroll. That's easy work, slight work. But the pool of water, I want to share that. I'm going to do this. I'm going to make that video after this one, sharing my experience that I had yesterday. And I love this journey, because I'm like, at first I was like, what video I'm going to make today? What video am I going to make? I'm thinking, I'm strategizing. There's no need to strategize as a woman. Everything is just a natural, organic, intuitive guidance. It's intuitive flow. We are flowers. The flower unspirals. It naturally buds. It's like, you see those quick videos, of the flowers blooming, but like, it goes super quickly. So like, they let it sit there. What is it called? I forget when they let it go super slow. You can like see the sunset, but it goes quick and it's like compressed. I feel like that's how we are. Like, when we're moving and flowing, we blossom open like these flowers, and we have our petals that just dance and they vibrate and they circulate. That's the woman. That is the divine essence of the woman, and we can naturally just flow and follow the pulsing of our waves. And it's always this pull and this push. Like, we're literally magnetizing, like literally magnets pushing and pulling. And I just love to reference water, and just water being a portal. And I'm going to share my experience in my next video. Go watch it. Go watch all my videos. Go to my playlist, Manifestations, and watch all those videos. Share with the woman who needs to be shared with. If you want to book any of my services, we're just so fucking powerful, and I want to enlighten more people about how powerful we are. My target's really women. I really want to focus on women. But I know some wonderful men, for the men who need some help and guidance. That is such a beautiful breed. Wow. Look at that coat. I can't even show it, the dog on here, but that is one of the most beautiful coats I've seen. But anyways, you see so many beautiful dogs out here, like where I'm at. Man, I feel like the price would be high, because I have a pit and it was $500. But anyways, we're rambling. I feel like my brain is sidebarring because I was like speaking and the owner didn't speak. The lady didn't speak back. But it happens. It'd be like that. You have to get used to it when you're out here where I'm at in the Bay. It's like you have to get used to rejection and people like shooing you. Oh, that shit pissed me off when they shoot me like I'm a fly. But that's usually the same. It's like, anyways, the demographic. But yeah, like down here it's fine. It's cool. Anyways, that's a whole other thing. But yeah, so like I want to share that, and if you want to be enlightened on a personal level, I do oracle readings. So if you want to get a reading, I feel like I should make a new list of readings only, so that way it's easier for people, because I did make one. If it's pinned to my Instagram profile of all the services I offer. But I think I want to go deeper into like specifically one for just readings. So I want to keep it as simple as possible for y'all to eat it and digest it with no problems. But yes, if you want to book any of my services, that's pinned in my profile. And I also made a short. It's also on a short on my YouTube, but don't be lazy. My YouTube, my Instagram, and my email are all the same name. It's pinned to my Instagram profile. Yeah, and Instagram will be good for you to go follow if you have a short attention span. But I challenge you to expand that attention and subscribe to my YouTube channel, share, like, comment below your favorite ice cream flavor. Like, what's the absolute best flavor, and nothing can ever shake it. Put it below. And your favorite, that's it. And yeah, so if you want to book a session, just email me. My email, Instagram, YouTube, all the same name, Oracle Gems. All my services are pinned to my Instagram profile. There's a short of them on my YouTube page. And if you want to book any of those sessions, just email me. It's real simple. Yes. Do Reiki, sound healing, chakra cleansings, tunings. I listen to them anyway because, oracle readings, sensual dance sessions, erotic release for women. All of these services are just really for women only. I don't know. I think I might do readings for men too. Let me not close that off. The erotic release is for women only. So, yes, stay tuned for all of my stories. I have so many beautiful, amazing stories to share, and wisdom and knowledge and encouragement and motivation. But yes, love you much. Stay hydrated on your fruits and make wise decisions. See, that's the whole thing. Whatever feels good for you feels good for you. You don't need anyone's validation. You don't have to change your course because someone is like, I'm not feeling that. Okay, who are you? This is my wave. This is my motion. I feel called to move this way. It's like you're freestyling and someone is like, babe, that's not the jig. Who are you, babes? We're at a party. We're at a function. I don't even know you. It's crazy. But yes, so I'm going to go hydrate and go about my day. And I'm going to be making more videos. Yes, like women are my primary target. But I feel like God will call me to open doors to not only all women, shapes, sizes, backgrounds, but also all humans eventually. But yes, stay bodied in your breath and in your bliss. That's the thumbnail.